Hello, everybody. This is Sharonda, and this is my podcast as well as my YouTube, Spiritual Sense. And today I am working with three of my tarot cards. Um, my most favorite, the Secrets of the Tarot card, which are these here. $5 at five and below. My second favorite, which used to be my most favorite, is the AE Weight Tarot cards. These cards has the hologram. The next one are my Psychic Tarot deck cards. These are Oracle deck cards. I really like these cards as well. And I may do, for clarity, my angel cards if I need a little bit more insight. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do three spreads with each one of the cards. The Celtic Cross spread. And I think I'm just going to do one comprehensive reading today for time purposes. And then I'll proceed to do a spiritual sense episode after I finish with this podcast today. This episode of this podcast, Spiritual Sense. Today is Tuesday, October the 26th. So, you know, this year has really went by pretty fast. And the next year is approaching, you know. So pretty soon it'll be 2022. So um I think that this reading is in reference to what is to come. What is to come. I consider myself intuitive, psychic like. I think we all have those capabilities. It's a hit or miss for all of us. All of us don't have the answers. All of us is not going. I mean, I think a prophetic word can work through us all. But to be honest with you, we all could be right at something. We all could be wrong at something. Okay. So as I've grown older, I've learned to um look at it as such. Look at it as just that. Okay, so uh I'm going to begin with the first. Now this right here, this reading is a comprehensive reading in regards to what is to come from the closing of the 2021 year into what? The new year. What is ahead? What is it? Now, hear me out. I do not think that God, or feel, or even believe that God wants everything in life to be revealed to us. But I do feel like if you ask for insight on certain things, He will reveal things to you. Okay? So we will begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So that's what the first deck of cards. I'm going to proceed with a scramble, and I'm going to pull those cards as well. I'm doing Celtic Cross 10 card spread with those cards as well. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. And I'm going to proceed with my last Celtic Cross spread. And I'm trying to see, where did I do? I cannot find them. I'm sorry if I'm not. Okay, it's right here. Seems like I'm not prepared. I had to do the recording over again. So, okay, so the next 10 card spread is going to be with my Psychic Tarot deck. I have not used these Psychic Tarot decks in quite a while, and my AE weight cards. It's been a couple of months. Okay, so I'm going to proceed to place these over here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Okay, so just starting off, I'm going to do this reading a lot differently than I had been. Okay? But it's going to give a whole lot of more information. So before I begin, I'm going to say, Father, Supreme Being of all being, give me insight, wisdom, and knowledge in relation to this reading that I'm doing today. I do feel like this reading is in regards to insight, illumination, and understanding and clarity. So the first card that I have under the AE way is the King of Cups. This is what the reading is on. The next card under my Secrets of the Tarot is the Temperance card. The next one is Foundations and Achievements. So right now, I feel like this reading is in regards to some insight. I have these 3 cards right here. It's in regards to some insight, in reference to spiritual. Like, it's spiritual. It's some spiritual insight that needs to be gathered from this reading. This is the barrier. The first one I have what? Page of Swords. Second one I have King of Wands. The third one I have Light. So this reading is to the younger generation as well as the older generation right now that is having some issues with, I feel like, insight. That's what I feel right now. And just pulling those cards, I feel like it's a spiritual awakening that is about to transpire going into this new year. Many people's eyes will be awakened to a whole nother way of looking at things, a whole nother sensibility about life as they knew it, and they will no longer look at life the same again. Okay? So, card 3, this is what we're trying to get at. I have Wheel of Fortune. That's what I have. I have Wheel of Fortune. For that card. This one here I have the Hangman. This one here I have Rejoicing Celebration. Right now I feel like people are praying for spiritual awakening right now. Like they're trying to, they're sending praises up so God can enlighten them on a lot of things within life. A lot of things that are to come. That's what I feel. That's what I honestly feel. I have the issue. This is the issue right here. The issue, I have the Hierophant card. The second one I have weighed down, 10 of Wands, weighed down with problems, very heavy load. The third root of the issue I have is fertility. Right now, I feel like it's going to be a birthing. And it's not going to be, it's not going to be pretty. I just put it like out there. It's going to be a new birth that's going to come about, but it's not going to be what people have once thought it to be. Like, people have painted a pretty picture about things, and tried to make things to appear to be what is not. And the truth is about to be unleashed and revealed. You can be as positive as you want. You could be as joyful as you want. But some things you have to be as realistic as possible. Simple as that. It's not going to be a cakewalk in this thing, in this life, as a lot of people would like it to be. It's not. Um, and for it to get better, it has to get worse. It has to get really, really worse, really bad off. So we want to hope for the best. This is what is has occurred or possibly occurring now. So I have the Knight of Swords. Right here, I have what? The Queen of Wands. And this card here, I have what? Patience. So right now, I show that it's going to be a swift movement that's going to come about with a lot of the older population. A swift renewing of the spirit. And that's going to be the topic of my next podcast that I'm going to do on the spiritual sense after I finish this recording. Is the renewing of the spirit. The renewing of the spirit. That's what I'm going to speak about on my next podcast. But it's going to be swiftly. So as we're coming into our own, I do believe insight, wisdom, and illumination is about to transpire to a lot of the older population right now. Right now, I have, this is card 6. This is the Two of Swords. And then I have the Four of Wands. Conflict and defeat. So right now, I feel like there is a opposition in terms of insight, wisdom, and knowledge that is occurring amongst the younger generation and the middle age generation right now. And when I say middle age, I'm talking about your 50 and plus people. Is what I feel. I'm not condoning anything. Let me also state, as I state in pretty much all of my podcasts, these are my opinions. So whatever, inclination that I come with, this is what my eyes visually see. You may see something totally different. But what I see is between the younger population, when I mean by younger population, I'm talking about your 20-something-year-olds, and your older population, meaning your middle-aged persons. There is some type of conflict between those two group of people right now. I feel like somehow a lot of the older population, or those that are within that population, somehow feels threatened. I honestly do. I feel like a lot of those, not myself, because I'm like the person on the outside looking in. So, but I do feel like a lot of those persons within that population feel threatened at this time, like feeling threatened in terms of resources, knowledge, capabilities, and things of that nature. They feel threatened. This is the attitude, judgment. I feel like a lot of them feel judged. I feel like and not necessarily judged, but I feel like a lot of them feel insecure, so to speak. Like insecure by the way things that they have been given to them and obtained, is what I feel. I have this card as the attitude under the Secrets of the Tarot. I have Page of Wands, young woman to 25 years, travel of land. I have this as the attitude as well. Like I said, this right here is a comprehensive reading that I'm doing today. It's a comprehensive reading. Um, in saying that, I have this awareness card right now. This awareness is coming forefront because of a lot of the insecurities of the older population towards the younger population, and God sees it. He sees it. He's able to see it. He's able to see it. Um, he's able to see how many people didn't go by the rules when it came to um doing things as they preached. You know, they preached one thing and did something else. The next one I have, this is the attitude. I mean, this is the what's surrounding. So I have under the AE weights, we have Page of Wands. We have the Fool card here. And we have the Crown Chakra. So right now I feel like somehow spiritually, you know, when you're one so set in your ways and don't want to see things outside of yourself and don't want to have an open mind about things, God will come right in and use your very thought process to fool and deceive you. And I think that is what a lot is going on right now with the population right now, particularly in the religious organizations and people in these with the different religious belief system. Like, they're seeing things before their eyes. This is God, and a lot of things, as I mentioned in the podcast, which didn't get recorded, a lot of things come with experience. Like, even God, he revealed things to babies and children and things of that nature in younger population. But there are things that comes with experience. Like, you have to be around enough people to gain that insight on a lot of things. But I think the Fool card is going to fool a lot of those naysayers. The naysayers out here who think that, just because I did everything right, that means that, you know, I'm going to heaven, so to speak. That is not the truth. That is not the truth. And you don't have to read the Bible to know that He's going to put you in instances, situations, and complicated, give you complicated problems to where you will gain that insight. You will know that testament. That is not the truth. Okay, so then for what? Fear. What are they in fear of? I think a lot of this population right now feel threatened somehow. Um, I feel like they feel threatened. Under my Secrets of the Tarot, I have the Seven of Wands. So with the Seven of Wands, I have frustrations. You are able to overcome your frustrations. You are on top of the situation. So right now, I feel like a lot of them feel like they're losing a battle. Like, and I think it's more or less materialistic. Also, I feel like it is ego. Like, it's the ego. It's the ego, which is the deep down self that cannot face its own demons, is what that is. And I think a lot of that energy is perpetuated in the atmosphere, and as a result, you will see what came out of the situation, so to speak. They are in fear of prosperity, meaning they are in fear of losing. I feel like they are in fear of losing right now. So we're going to begin with the outcome. I have 3 cards here, as I mentioned, with the outcome. And I think I'm going to pull 2 cards for clarity. And I'm not going to be on here too much long. I'm going to do a 5 card after I do the 2 cards for clarity. I'm going to do 5 card spread with my Moonology cards, okay? So the outcome I have, and this is the second time this has come up. This is the 3 of Cups. This is the 9 of Cups. And this is what? This is choose wisely. So right now, I feel that if you sit back and wait, it's going to be unleashed and it's going to be unveiled. It's going to be an unleash and an unveiling that's about to occur right now. With a lot of the things that are transpiring, there's nothing wrong with respect. You know, we all supposed to respect our elders, and we all supposed to respect Mother Nature and things like that. But some people consider it to be disrespectful to try to go be better. Like they feel as though you didn't earn what you have, and you're supposed to what? You're supposed to stay in your place. That's not true. That's not true. You're gonna find a lot of these older population are very jealous, very threatened and jealous. You also gonna find that a lot of those people are not able to do the things that, you know, common folk will be able to do. Some of them can't read and write. You would be very surprised as to how many people cannot read and write. Oddly enough. And they've been placed in the around certain people and play psychology and all this other stuff when they need them. This is where a lot of this feeling threatened comes from, is when a person has been put up in a position for so long, and then when it's time for the test of time and it begins to tell and reveal on it, it can't face the music. And I think that's what is occurring right now, as you see a lot of these you know, killings and deaths and things like that, because you know, a lot of people a lot of the younger population are beginning to question the validities, the sanity, as well as the competencies of a lot of the older population right now. I honestly feel that way. I don't mean to offend nobody in doing this reading. This is something that I just feel like it needs to be said. I'm not going to put this on no one particular racial group. I believe this is the cycle of life. This is it. This ain't in just no one particular racial group or one particular area. This is across the board. So this pretty much is a continuation of, you know, what I mentioned about, you know, the agnostic and the atheist movement being you know, a booming thing right now. People are no longer believing things as they once believed, and are turning from what they once believed and choose to believe something else. So right now I show for clarity, clairvoyance. The clairvoyance card. It says, I am helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. So, like I mentioned, you know, it's people are going to begin to see the demon for whom he truly is. Begin to see what is really occurring amongst a lot of these things that is being reported, because, you know, you'll find people are going to tell facts as they know facts to be. They're not going to tell it as it truly is, because people won't believe them. They won't believe them. we have the peace card. So it says peace comes from remembering that only love is real. To those who are out there who may be dealing with a battle of, feeling the need to prove yourself and be respected and things like that. If it's a situation where you feel like you have to remove yourself from, do so. Because when you're dealing with demonic spirits, they will go through whatever channels it takes. And you'll be very surprised who Satan really is. I've said that before. I have said that before. Before you let Satan set you up, the best thing you can do is to remove yourself from that situation. Let Satan have his way. Okay? I'm not telling you to be a quitter. Sometimes it's a setup for what's in store for you. So it says pull 5 cards from the middle, and I'm going to proceed to do that now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These are my Moonology cards, which I think they're very, very eerie, spooky, and beautiful. Card 1, a time for healing, the balsamic moon. So this is the time where you want to take out and heal. Take out some time for healing. So as we go into 2022, we need to focus on things in relation to our health and healing. Not just physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. We need to focus on these things because we're going to be placed in what? We're going to be placed around demonic spirits. I mean, that's inevitable. The next card we have, hold your vision, fits moon. So you want to stay focused.